Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'm back with another recap. We are back, we're back with another season. Tyler Perry's Sistas, Season 7. Yes, Season 7. Episode 1, New Beginnings. First of all, I felt like this episode was kind of like, it was like dragged out. It was not like how exciting as it was like last season with the first episode. But nonetheless, let's get into it. So of course everybody know it time jumped 3 months. So Danny, she's now with Tony, and come to find out she had a bad dream about being kidnapped in the parking lot at the airport. And the only person that is capable of that, like I said, I think in the last season, for season finale, that it was Jonah. And that's crazy how when she woke up, she started talking about it. And that's like the only person that comes to mind because, we already know Preston and dipped on her and got married. So it's like, And then Tony suggested that she go see a therapist. And she was like, you know how she has her little smart remarks. She was like, so when did you become like the psychoanalyst of like a therapist? He was like, that's because I go see a therapist. Because you can see a therapist about any little thing. You can see a therapist about just having somebody to talk to because you don't feel like you have somebody that's going to be that listening ear that you need. So you go to somebody and they'll just listen. And that's basically all you need is therapy comes in all shapes, forms, and fashions. So do whatever your heart desires. So basically he was just letting her know, like, maybe your dreams are a sign that you're trying to escape from your past, which clearly she is. Like, don't you see, like, you got a pattern going on, like, but nobody's going to tell you that to your face, but luckily he cares enough about you to let you know that's just what's up. So she really didn't want to, like, divulge into much what was going on, but he was like, listen, you need to. So next, they start talking about it some more. Then he ends up going to the bathroom, and then he's on a phone call, and she starts wondering. Yes, I'm doing this like by person, not like how it portrayed out in the story, because it just makes it easier for me to go like that, go down the road with each person. So we're gonna just do that. So he ends up getting on the phone and calling Sabrina, and eventually he says he's dressed and he's ready to leave. Next thing you know, Sabrina comes in and she starts talking about, like, so nightmares and therapy. And it's like, all makes sense. So we're going to jump right into Sabrina since Sabrina's there. So Sabrina, she's starting to get adjusted with her job. Even though she don't like the position because she got demoted, it's better than nothing. So that's that. She ends up calling Maurice. No, Maurice calls her, and he starts talking to her, whatever. And he's basically like, he's sad that he don't have a job, but also he congratulated her about hers. And she was like, so why don't you go hang out with Calvin? And he was like, Calvin, speaking of him, I forgot to tell you that he up and left and moved out with a white girl. And she felt kind of hurt. But it's like at the same time, they ain't work out a relationship. So it's like, yeah, there's only so much he can do, but whatever. So basically, you know how Maurice is with his little witty jokes. He started cracking them on her. And she was like, listen, at this point, it is what it is. I wish him well or whatever. And stuff like that. And eventually, if it was up to me, you would get your job back. But it ain't up to me, so it is what it is. Next, Rich shows up with some flowers in hand. He gives her a kiss. Because at this time, it's not the end of the day. So, yeah, they start talking, whatever. And it's just like, wow, okay, I see you, Sabrina. She done upgraded, like, okay. So they started, getting a little touchy, feely. And then eventually she was like, nah, we can't do this here. And they was like, yeah, whatever. So eventually they decided to leave and take that elsewhere. Moving right along, Andy, she hosted a dinner date. And tell me why I am so freaking mad at y'all. Why the heck did y'all switch Jordan out? Like, what the heck was that? Like, Make it make sense. Why you got this man on the screen looking like that? That other one was like a nice piece of chocolate, caramel cake, whatever you want to call it. But this one right here, he might have to grow on me because I was just like, what the heck? Oh my God. So eventually, they have a dinner date. Penelope shows up. Gary's there. Like, Gary is on one. Like, he just so iffy towards her. Like, you really thought you was hurting this girl's feeling. Nah, you still mad because she downplayed you that, and I think last season, and you was so still hurt by that. Like, boy, let the hurt go. You have a whole new woman. Like, stop being so uptight. Get your panties out of your butt. Like, bro, grow up. Oh my God. It's funny how when men do it to women, it's okay. But when women flip the script on you, you butt hurt. Like, no, grow up. You a dude, right? Grow up. So basically, Gary starts talking all this little stick stuff out the mouth. And Penelope's like, chill, relax. It's not even that serious. So Andy asked him a question. He immediately pushed his hand back from behind Penelope's neck and was sat up and was like, and he started saying some stuff. And this was like, oh, cool, whatever. Then he actually used the bathroom. And he was like, yeah, I know where it's at. I bought you this place. Okay, say less, say less. So eventually he was gone for some minutes and whatever, a long time. Penelope started telling Andy stories about how Jordan was when he was a kid and whatnot. And they was just having a good time because at first, Gary acted stuck up like he didn't want to taste Andy's cookies. So he was like, nah, I'm going to just wait and I'll just have some sparkling water. And then, of course, Penelope tried to agree with her boo. Like, bro, you still with him after he done put you through all this crap and I done told you the truth. But, you know, each to each his own. Everybody got to learn the lesson the hard way, and that's just what it is. So after that, Penelope was like, well, let me go check on Gary. And she asked where the bathroom was, and you told her. So when she goes into the room, you see Gary going through Andy's stuff. He ends up finding a pair of her black panties, and he starts sniffing it. Next, you know, he's jerking off, and Penelope opens the door like, you are disgusting. Like, how are you in your ex's place sniffing her panties and jerking off at the same time? Like, yeah, your behind is sprung. You know you love that girl, and it's hard for you to admit, but it's like, dang. But you know what I don't understand? Where is his so-called kids that he had with Jasmine? Like, he said he got 2 boys, right? We ain't never seen them. Now, supposedly, Penelope's like, what? Probably like 7, 8 months pregnant at this time. Like, where the kids at? We ain't never see them. Like, one thing for sure, Gary's kind of good at hiding his other lives. Like, I give him that. But he's still shady and sneaky. So, after getting caught, you know, that's a whole nother story. Mr. Zach and Fatima, yes, the loveliness of what we all came here to watch for anyway. Like, okay, at this point, yeah. So, come to find out, Michael got put into foster care. Like, I don't understand why they just didn't give him to Zach, who is his biological dad. But then again, that still might be up in the air, too. Yeah. But then again, they did do 2 DNA tests, and they did come back as Zach as the father. I don't know. That's just a whole mess, but I guess, you know, yeah, they're trying to situate that. So basically, the caseworker called Zach and told him that, you know, that Michael's adjusting well, and that tell Michael that Zach and Fatima loves him, but Zach is still living. Like, why the heck do we gotta tell him that we love him? Like, why he just can't be here in my face? Like, I want to see and love with him every single day. And Fatima was like, listen, you have arbitration soon, so we basically gotta see how they moves along in family court. And trust me, family court is a strenuous, long process. Trust me, I know from experience because my cousins has to go through the same thing, and it's not an easy process. Trust me. It's like turtle walk. Like, that's just how slow it is, and that's just what it is. Now, yeah, that's just sad. So I kind of feel for like Zach. He want to have his son, and it's like, why do you gotta do all this stuff to prove that this person is unfit? Like the evidence is on the boy's body. Like he don't talk, he's still wearing a pamper and all this stuff. Like the evidence is clear as day. But you know, when the courts take their time, they take their sweet time. So that was that. He calls Andy to like basically get some more insight, and she basically tells him that everything he's doing is fine, so just, you know, wait it out. He was like, yeah, that's cool, thanks for talking to me sarcastically and like getting my mind off things. So then I guess after that, him and Fatima went upstairs to do something. So yeah, this was this is basically this episode in a nutshell. It was like, yeah. Oh, no, I forgot somebody. Oh, my bad. Miss Karen. She finally got the bump, and she bumping all right. Like, okay. So her and Pam are now opening up, finishing up the renovations of the new salon at the place. Come to find out, Mr. Brian, who I already knew I had a feeling that he was on to her, but she wasn't biting back. So come to find out, him and his wife were going through some issues because I guess he was feeling her. And I guess the wife caught on, but at the same time, Karen was like oblivious to it all. She's like, whatever, I don't got time for this. I'm worried about me, my salon, and my baby. He basically stiffed her and did none of the work, up and left her. So she had to get some new people to help her. And she's almost quite done. So, yeah, then you got Pam. She's still doing Pam stuff. She on Instagram trying to record and let everybody know the step-by-step process, which is good promo right there. So I ain't mad at Pam for that. She working, even though she's not working in the salon. She's still working behind the scenes. So that's good because, you know, if it goes viral, you know, that's that paper right there too. So, yeah, you know, Karen is Karen. Telling Pam to get to work and help her, stuff like that. So every time Karen has some things, you know, Pam goes to action like, you shouldn't be carrying that. Well, if you would have spent a little less time on Instagram and helped Miss Karen with these boxes and stuff, she wouldn't have to carry all this stuff. So I can see both sides of the story. So that was that. Also, Pam did mention that her baby daddy, like Zach, why he not there helping. But at the same time, Fatima's on the tip of her tongue. She was there. Karen was like, nah, if Zach comes over here to help me, you know, Fatima gonna break all his bones in his body and stuff like that. Girl, it ain't even that deep, but whatever. And then Pam was asking about Aaron. She was like, nah, I'm good on Aaron. Like, it is what it is. Nip that in the bud. Hopefully he finds someone that can, you know, handle him, all this drama that he got going on. So, yeah. Now, this was this episode in a nutshell. The only best thing that I like about this episode was that, you know, Sabrina, she's getting her life back on track. She got a boo that love her and show her that he adore her and everything. And it's refreshing to see that, you know, she found the love that she was trying to look for, like back in season 1 or 2. Like, okay, sis, I rooted for you. Go ahead, girl. So, yeah, this was this episode. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll see y'all in next week's episode. Bye.